baking like a cake.
Well, there's no thing near there.
Oh, there's
We'll
my
just
pepper.
walk it.
Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
Hello, Cappy. What?
Good luck out there, Hunter.
Yeah.
Evil lurks beyond Syseal's ramparts.
May the seven keep you.
Here? Over here.
I wonder what that did.
They're gonna leave. There's another hatch over here somewhere. Oh, wait. I think this is it. No. It leads here. What is this called? I don't even think I got this. You know, not terrible. Alright, where was the other cave? Okay, that's the Watchers. Wasn't there. Wasn't here. It wasn't far from there. It was like right here or something. I guess we gotta go back to North Gate. Weird.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful.
Oh, here it is. It literally is like 15 feet away. Dang. Now I feel dumb.
Does anything seem different?
If north is straight up, the top right is poison. Top right is fire. Bottom right is ice. Bottom right is poison. And we have air. Question is, what am I supposed to do?
Into the fray once more.
So, if my theory is correct, if I press fire, they'll get attacked by wind.
Did that cause a...
Yep, stunned. Water, earth, air, fire. In this cell's double, your double will face your ally. Earth, water, air, fire. Okay, let's save. Earth.
Now to find out what effect that had. Does anything seem different?
Air.
Now to
Fire.
find out what effect that had. Did that cause a reaction?
A little help here?
this do? Alright, so how does this... I don't even understand what's going on. Like, I'm obviously setting off the things over there. Twin dungeons. Activate the pillars in the correct order in each dungeon. Defeat the guardians. Collect their pendants. Okay. It doesn't quite... Each tombstone holds the order of the pillars that must be activated in the corresponding dungeon. Southeast dungeon must be water, earth, air, fire. Activate the buttons below each pillar in the opposing dungeon, and a mysterious opponent will appear. Wait a second. So... Earth, water, air, fire, right? So if I go... Earth...
Did that cause a reaction? Does anything seem different now? I wonder what that did. Now to find out.
Ah. Rude. They're not immune to knockdown, but...
Gods weep upon the earth.
Never rains, but it pours, eh?
Minus 25 from shielded.
I will lose you where you stand. Treasure!
Okay, I get it. I wonder if we should swap.
I'm drenched!
Wait, go north? Over here.
Back on my feet.
So I need to go over here. This one says water, earth, air, fire. So we're gonna go water.
I wonder what that did. Now to find out what effect that had. Did that cause a reaction? Now to find...
Dripping.
How much AP do you have, dude? Damn.
You don't have a leg to stand on.
No glory in this death. Fortune.
Okay. Now there's actually a thing. Oh.
A rectangular object seems to be missing here.
Oh. Money, dude. Let's go. That chest alone for now. I'll be back for you. One of those situations where you see the word written so many times that the word starts looking wrong. Word gold, it just doesn't look right. It's written on the screen like 50 times. Alright. Oh, Wolfric? Wolfric. Okay. These all kind of suck. Whirlwind. We'll send that to Scarlet. She does man-at-arms stuff. Pyrotechnic. We'll send that to Roderick. The rest of this stuff is essentially garbage. Yep. Okay, cool.
So good to see you again, Source Hunter.
He only has 1,100 bucks. Man, none of this stuff is good for any of you guys. How much money? 650 bucks. Lockpicking +1? What the Wolfric belt? Matter. This might be better for her. I gain more movement. I lose 11 hit points, but gain fire resistance. Yeah, we'll get her those boots. That's really it. All right. All right. Did she make these? Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna send that bag to Roderick. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Making large steel? No, sir. If only. I gotta start using some of her specialty arrows. She's got so many. Like, why do I have specialty arrows if I'm not shooting them? Okay. So what do I have? 9, 21, 38, 48, 50, 62, 70, 75, 81, 90, 99, 103, 6, 115 specialty arrows. Like, use them. All right. You're not doing any good just sitting in my quiver.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter. A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
Alright, I want to go to Silver Glen Road.
Into the fray once more.
Alright, let's make an actual, like, standing save here. Waypoint discovered. The Sicil Road. Makes sense. I know of nothing here, except Silver Glen is in roughly this direction.
Hail, Source Hunter. Good to see you've reached Lacula Forest. There were times when I came to this neck of the woods just to whiff its wholesome air. Alas, that it is thick with sorcery these days.
Sorcery abounds, doesn't it?
It surrounds us here, like an invisible mist. It takes cat's eyes to see it creep. Even so, it's plain as day to the east, all about Ikara's cabin. Immaculates beset it, no doubt under Leandra's orders. If she has ordered such thorough defenses of her sister's cabin, we may be certain that whatever lies within will be a prize more precious than butter-baked plaice. That means Ikara herself must be there, Hunter, and it is essential that you find her. Only she can shed light on the details of Leandra's plans.
Yes, a couple of new items. Nothing amazing, though.
Ha! Zigzags would see you dash rather than mosey. But matters such as these require a thoughtful approach. Leandra and her cronies may be lunatics all, but they're far from brainless. So be wary, Hunter, and be safe.
That's cool looking.
In the name of the goddess, halt! Who goes there?
A source hunter.
In that case, you can rest easy, Hunter. There is no source to be found here. Only the glory of Immaculates.
What is this place?
Why, it's Silver Glen, of course. Once the abode of miners, now the abode of the faithful. We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen, until she who speaks for the goddess brought us a cure. She showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become immaculate. But I suggest you talk to Father Loik if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to Silver Glen. Blessed be all Immaculates.
The Immaculates here
The
seem
world
to
is
be a
not
friendly
immaculate
enough
as
bunch.
yet, friends.
Seeing
Be
being
wary.
the operative
Be
word.
vigilant.
Let's remain vigilant.
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu. Source Hunter, you've made it into the hamlet of Silver Glen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates.
Since you've been scouting the place, perhaps you can tell me where I should start looking for shady stuff.
I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loic. I have the feeling he knows more than most in Silver Glen, for I've followed him in the night when he meets with cloaked strangers, and goblins even. Mangoth, Hyberheim. Of strange things I've heard him whisper. Yes, this priest has shady goings-on written all over that smug, holier-than-thou face of his. But we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the true heart of Leandra's doings, we must start with her sister. And she's far likelier to be in her cabin among the trees than here among Leandra's followers.
Alright, what do you make of the Immaculates?
They're thick as trout, if you ask me, and unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners. To have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion wholly alien to them.
What ancient teachings do you mean?
Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar stones? Star stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones and are used in healing rituals. Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But I spy bloodlust in these people's eyes. A bloodlust that goes beyond the usual meaning of the word. They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true.
Are you walking around like a cat?
The advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that one can pussyfoot. A white-haired wizard draws attention, but a cat can move about unnoticed and, indeed, unseen. Not that I'm not extra wary of these bloodsuckers, though. There's a conspicuous absence of pets in this eerie little town. The Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter. The White Witch resides somewhere in the wilds of the surrounding forest, and we must find her.
Wonder if I need to find the White Witch and her sister.
The world is not immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary. Be vigilant.
I could do with a cold drink.
Okay.
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
What up,
Immaculate I want to be! The blood of the lost will flow!
Welcome be, O seeking souls, to this holy house of Immaculates.
Give me the strength, O goddess,
Blessed
to
be the
become
goddess,
enlightened.
and blessed be the conduit.
It's high end, is the other one's low end. So, nope. Yo, what's up, Trident Blood? Long time no see, dude.
Give me the
Jax
strength,
and
O
crafting.
goddess, to become enlightened.
to become enlightened.
What does Dex give me? We'll look at that in a minute. Who are you? Hey, Mom.
I am Loic, enlightened one among Immaculates, spokesman for the holy conduit, as she is spokesman for the goddess herself. Hers is the blood.
I'd like to ask you some questions about the Immaculates.
Then it shall be my pleasure to answer them.
Who are they?
We are the chosen ones of the goddess. The benedictions of the blood render our bodies and spirits unblemished, for such is her mercy, that we may all become part of the sacred soul. And you too, Seeker, could become one such part.
Tell me more about this
Diligently will
goddess.
I read the words.
The goddess is the light and life of all. Corrupt is the world that generations of men and beasts have left behind, but immaculate it may be once more, cleansed in the blood of the unworthy. The few, the proud, the enlightened, theirs will be her kingdom. When red has run until no red is left, a paradise we will have shapen, and the goddess will dwell among us.
You tell me more about the conduit?
The conduit, yes. She, the most exalted of all, second only to the goddess. It was she who brought us first her divine words, then her divine will, a will made real in blood. Truly, though, she is quite beyond your concern, O wandering soul. She stands so very high above your humble station.
Thanks.
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
Let's talk about discussing my joining the Immaculates.
You find yourself in the goddess's temple, therefore it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome, read it, absorb the wisdom within, then find the second part and do with it the same. If an immaculate you want to be, a test of knowledge shall be your first step towards enlightenment.
Give me the strength.
Alright, so what did he give me? Book of the Immaculates. The first book of the Immaculates. Though the Tenebrim made the miners ill, though the rot plagued them, they would be saved. The conduit came bearing a shard of starstone and demonstrated that by sacrificing a lesser being, a small duckling, you could turn the starstone into a bloodstone. This stone was capable of healing any ailment, including rot. Though some were skeptical and that sacrificial magic could be used for any good, the conduit explained that transmitting energy from a lesser being to a greater one restores balance in the universe, and that balance is the goddess's ultimate goal. The conduit then encouraged the healed miners to spread her good word and to continue to create bloodstones for the purpose of promoting the greater good of higher beings. Today, we, Immaculates, continue to promote universal balance and the sacrifice of lesser creatures for the greater of all good. Okay, weird. What a weird town. Doesn't look very big either.
The world is not immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary. Be vigilant.
Please stop talking like that. Lawrence's office. Who's Lawrence? Smithy. This is the first Divinity. This is the first Divinity that makes any real difference for the new game that'll be coming out. Not the very first, but it's the first important one. So I'm not supposed to open that door, but I can open this one. Send that to Roderick. That goes to Bear Daughter. Hello. Everything in here is stealing. Alright. Nadia and Sebi.
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you.
Tell me about yourself.
You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather far from our hometown to plant new roots here in Silver Glen. My father, Ben, his death was somewhat mysterious, and we've traced the puzzle back to this little settlement. My mother will have plenty to say on that subject, if you're interested.
Tell me about your dad. What's your dad like?
My father was a good man, equal in character to his wife. His death nearly destroyed us, Ma and me. But now we're here, and we won't leave until we've held the proper parties accountable for their role in his death.
And your mom?
Ma's a bit intense, to be sure. Set in her ways, but fiercely loyal to the family. Help her out, and you've got a friend for life. Cross her, and you'll be better off skipping town. Not that that'll stop her from cursing your line for the next 1,000 cycles of Bendis.
What do you got? I'm going to sell you some of the items that you had. Because that seems, you know, like a cool thing to do. This guy's a crafter extraordinaire. Look at this. It's got all kinds of crafting gear. Give me that repair hammer. Are repair hammers consumed? Yes, repair hammers. Oh, repair hammers have a chance to break while being used. Oh. Blacksmithing only increases the speed of the repair, so having more than one is only for your personal comfort. Repair hammers and magnifying glasses do not break. Wait, what? Having more than one in blacksmithing also allows you to smelt higher tier metals in the forge, like silver. Okay, that makes sense. Repair hammer also works for crafting fun-like items, smashing nails to make lockpicks. What the fuck? Okay, so I don't need that. I'm sorry. Combine with... Up with that. Up with that. Nail? Oh my god. You hammer nails into lockpicks. I created 4 lockpicks out of a single nail? What? I have 8! Oh my god. Bro! That's so cool. Okay, trap disarm tools go to you. Oh man, I didn't know that was a thing. That's so cool. Okay. Let me talk to your mom. Where's your mom?
Farma Malbenita, a source hunter in Silver Glen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared from skinny vapors.
Out of thin air? Stupid. Okay, hold on. That is worse than my current sword. Immunity to mute. Reduced movement speed, but increased armor specialist. I'm tempted to buy that armor, but it's $2,700. Bear Daughter. Is this better than yours? It's 91 to 141. Reduced movement. 20% chance to set to burning, 10% chance to knockdown. That's pretty good. But that's also $1,800. $3,000. Oof, this game better be giving me some good money all of a sudden. They give me $80 for this. Oh, it's $2,700 for me because of my bartering skills. My movement is going to be reduced by 0.6. It's only a slight reduction in movement. I lose the unbreakable feat. $1,500. Yeah, I'll do that. And then... hold on. That goes to Bear Daughter.
Do a salutoin, Hunter. What can I do for you?
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
My story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps you will be more interested in the... how you say it? The short end of stick. I believe Lawrence, the leader of Mining Guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called tenebrium. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered the miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. And now they, how you say, kick down the bucket. But the sickness, it is not normal. It kills swift and terrible, not unlike Source. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth. But this has proven not so easy.
What else can you tell me about your husband?
My sweet little Pomargo Vizago, my darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from silver mine. So he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silver Glen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day, we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him and take him into our arms, but he collapsed at our touch. We help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grow worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slip away from us, and we bury him with much grief.
Okay, tell me about your son.
When his father die, Sebi become restless. Being of the age, he join army and go straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I join army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I discovered the tenebrium ore in this weapon. It was the ore that killed them both. I come to Silver Glen to discover truth, and here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any.
So you need help proving Lawrence knowingly encouraged the miners to handle tenebrium.
Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Se vi mal successos, mi planto serit sarbo cae tormenti via nepo soggiai branco.
Okay.
Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck.
Okay.
I will do my best to give answers, Source Hunter.
Tell me about Lawrence.
May Zalmoxis strike him down, the murderer! I have one goal in Silver Glen, to make him share in the suffering he caused. I am certain he has gained from making those miners take the tenebrium. Now I have only to prove it.
So how are you getting along in town?
I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi longs for heaping plate of my famous sire mule, but the local fairs support no fine food, unless squirrel meat inspire you. As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to goddess than eat it.
What do you know about tenebrium?
Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic, maybe even source at its root. Fuck that foul thing!
And you've seen rot in action?
A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse, while infected person still lives. Arms grow black and heavy, legs grow black and heavy, hair rots from scalp. Cielo helpo min! Oh, what memories I have.
Alright, well.
This illness, this rot, it sounds very much like the disease that came to Home Forest.
Woolgraf contemplates what it must have been like to see a horrid plague ravish Verdotter's homeland. He puts his hand on her shoulder consolingly.
Alright, so they seem like nice people. The tavern.
Tell me, sweetie, Do you have sunburn, or are you always this hot?
Look at you, sugar. Oh, I could take you on a ride neither of us would soon forget.
Sorry, what? She has nails and soap.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the answer to all my prayers.
Tell me about yourself.
No, sugar. That's a story for another day, ain't it? Speaking of, yours and mine has hardly begun. What say we get better acquainted upstairs? I've got all kinds of, details to share with you.